Today we're on the streets speaking to Scottish Water customers about their awareness of lead piping.
Oh, probably not very good about that, especially having a little one. That could be quite dangerous and detrimental to our health, so no thank you.
Well, it's clearly a concern nowadays that, there should be an upgrade programme put in place to ensure that we take lead pipes out of the system altogether.
Lead pipes, immediately think of lead poisoning.
Not good, because lead is one of the most dangerous metals around.
I've stayed in houses previously before that have been delivered through a lead pipe, and you can normally taste the difference.
I wouldn't know enough to know why that would potentially be an issue.
I don't suppose it would really worry me too much.
I would be horrified in this day and age if it was coming in lead piping.
I think the word lead sort of makes you think I probably wouldn't be happy with it and probably wouldn't want to use the drinking water.
I'd feel very angry about it, yes. I thought lead pipes had all been done away with by now.
Not happy, because you can get lead poisoning and I would hate that.
I'd be a bit worried because I know it can be poisonous or dangerous, especially with young children.
It wouldn't bother me that much really, because it's going to be coated with something that's going to stop the lead getting in the water. Lead's not that soluble anyway.
Very anxious, got grandchildren, would want it changed. Probably a bit annoyed, yeah.
Depends how much lead is actually in the water, so I think I'd like to know how much lead is in the water, so I think it needs tested. So that's what I would feel.
Uneasy, due to everything that's probably collecting en route. Aye, safe to say.
Is it still being delivered through lead nowadays?
There are issues surrounding lead in water, and obviously in people ingesting that is not going to be good for their health.
Long term it might have an impact, and with them being so young as well, then yeah.
From what I know, it can bring cancer. Like, I had a few family members that had problems with lead back in Italy.
It's a very slow form of poisoning.
We've always had bottled water. But for health reasons we have to give him tap water, because I think bottled water isn't as good for him as tap water.
I know there are health risks, but I don't know exactly what they are.
There's a lot of things around that aren't good for you. We're still living longer though, eh?
The health risks of consuming lead are those of motor neuropathy, and children are especially liable to get it.
Contaminates the bloodstream, messes up your kidneys, stuff like that, yeah.
It lowers your IQ. Any heavy metal poisoning is to be avoided, and it's chronic. It builds up over your life.
If there was obviously a mandatory need to do that, then obviously it's something that has to be looked at.
It's one of these things, it's not great, but if it's to do with maintaining your own property, then I would imagine it comes with your roof and everything like that is yours.
I didn't know that was the house owner's responsibility.
I certainly wouldn't be replacing it, that's for sure.
Well, if you're a homeowner, that's part and parcel of it, isn't it? You have to be responsible for what's on your property.
Personally, I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
There's not really much you can do about it. You've just got to, as a homeowner, get on with it, I suppose.
I wouldn't do it, because where I live it's a detached cottage and I don't own the road, so they would have to pay for it.
I think if you buy a property, it's yours, and unfortunately it's your responsibility, so it's the same way you would replace the windows or the doors. And my husband and I bought a property in Edinburgh last summer, and it was an old house built in 1920, had lead piping right back to the mains, and we cut it all away, well, not us, but our plumber cut it all away and replaced it, so that it's safe for us and our family.
It's not my responsibility actually, because we've got a communal block, so it'd be a communal responsibility.
I would do that if my grandchildren were involved. Yep, I would do it.
It doesn't really apply to me because I'm in social housing, but if it did, I guess I'd be, depending on the cost really, if it was kind of a nominal fee, you're like, yeah, I'll take that one, but if it was a bit more, you'd probably be a bit up in arms about it.
I expect the water board to do the mains, and I expect me to pay from the street to the house.
Very frustrated, angry. I wouldn't pay it.
So there's 16 other flats in my stair, so obviously they would have to pay a bit each, but I'd still be worried obviously, because I'd imagine that'd be quite a lot of money.
No, yeah, I wouldn't probably pay it, to be honest. Get someone else to do it.
That literally depends on your income. If I had plenty of money, depending on how much it cost, I'd be okay with it.
Council or someone else should do it, the government or something, yes, I would say so, when we know the harm that it does.
I own the property, I own the pipes.
If it's something that's joining me up to the council's water supply, I probably wouldn't be very happy about paying for it.
It depends on the cost though. Everything's down to money, isn't it?
Oh, nothing.
Freebie, yeah.
Nothing would prevent me from doing it, but obviously something like that would need a lot of upheaval.
Disruption to family living, so if it meant that you might have to move out while it was happening.
Nothing. Why would there be?
Absolutely nothing. Nil. Free, bring it on.
Nothing. If it needed replaced, then I say it should be replaced, if that's the case.
Nothing. I would have the work carried out.
It depends how long it will take. If I have to stay without water for some days.
No, if it was free, I would definitely do it. But if it's going to cost sort of maybe £200 or £300, I suppose my priorities are completely different as a mum. So if it was free, I would definitely get it done, yeah.
Why not get it done if it's for free?
I'd have to get permission from the people who own the road because I live semi-rural. I'm out at Lastweed.
A little bit of extra inconvenience wouldn't put me off.
Oh, if it was free, there wouldn't be a question, of course. I would get them in immediately and get them doing it, yeah.
If it was free, obviously, I'd take advantage of that.
Men. My other half works in IT. I don't think he'd be that good at it.
The best company to contact to get the work done.
Working after hours, working kind of into the evenings and first thing in the morning.
I guess putting all the information in one place.
A contractor working closely with the homeowner to ensure least disruption.
I suppose it would be good for someone to identify if it needed done because I wouldn't actually know.
I suppose giving out more information on it because a lot of people wouldn't even know that there were lead pipes or that it was poisonous.
I wouldn't need any support at all, would I, if they were doing it all?
More information the better, I guess, yeah.
Well, I think giving you names of people, reliable people to do it, would be the most important thing because I want somebody that's going to do it properly.
Yeah, they could make the public aware of it because until you stopped me in the street and asked me about it there, I had no idea.
I would like to know everything that's going on. Not just money, everything. You have to tell me the whole thing or I would not be happy.
Me sat there trying to dig up a road. No idea who you have to call first, who you have to speak to about it or anything like that.